Okay, so starting right off, even just the scene in the courtroom seemed, well, significant. Ventura's arrival,
Yeah.
she was wearing a tight brown dress, and it apparently highlighted her pregnancy very visibly.
And what's interesting there, or maybe revealing, is the defense's reaction. Reports suggest they'd hoped she wouldn't appear quite like that.
Really?
Well, the concern, you can imagine, was the potential jury impact. Seeing Ventura visibly pregnant, they might have felt it could create, maybe subconsciously, some sympathy towards her.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. But it seems the judge didn't buy that.
Apparently not. The reporting suggests the defense kind of lost that battle, and she appeared as she was. It's a small thing, maybe, but it shows you the level of scrutiny on every single detail here.
Definitely. So with that kind of visual set, let's get into how this relationship reportedly started.
Okay, yeah. The timeline she laid out seems pretty important. She testified she met Combs when she was 19?
Just 19.
Yeah, and their first kiss, according to her testimony, didn't happen until around her 21st birthday.
Okay.
So it feels like the prosecution is starting there to, build this picture of how things developed over time.
And a key part of that development, from what we understand, is the prosecution trying to show a pattern of control that Combs allegedly had over her life. And this seems to have included her career, too.
Precisely. Ventura had this 10-record deal with his company, Bad Boy Records.
Right, 10 records.
But she testified only one album ever actually got released.
Just one.
Yeah. And if you connect those dots, the prosecution might be arguing that this lack of professional output, well, it helped make her financially dependent on Combs.
Right, it raises questions about the power dynamic right from, well, fairly early on.
Which leads us straight into the money aspect.
Yeah.
The testimony suggests Combs did have significant control over her finances, allegedly provided her apartments, things like that. It paints an initial picture, certainly, of a considerable imbalance there.
A power imbalance, definitely.
Absolutely. And this alleged financial control could be, well, a really crucial piece for the prosecution, potentially backing up the argument that her autonomy was, compromised.
But the testimony didn't just stop at money, did it? It went to some very serious and, frankly, disturbing allegations of abuse.
It did. She testified about a general pattern of abusiveness in the relationship, and then got into specific sexual behaviors she claims Combs introduced her to.
Including things like voyeurism and,
Yeah.
what was the term used? Freak-offs.
That's the term reported, yes.
Yeah.
Freak-offs. And the description is pretty stark.
How so?
According to the testimony, these allegedly involve Ventura, or sometimes Combs too, engaging in sex acts with male escorts. And not just briefly, but for extended periods. Hours, sometimes even days.
Wow. Hours or days.
Yeah.